Hello, good afternoon. ଆମେ ଡିସ୍କସ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ବିଭିନ୍ନ international organization. There are many international organizations like World Bank. World Bank we had discussed, International Monetary Fund, IMF. Today we'll discuss something else. World Bank and IMF କେବେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଥିଲା? July 44. 1944 ରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ World Bank ସରିଲା, World War II 1930 ରୁ 1944 ସରିଲା, ସେତେବେଳେ ବ୍ରିଟନ ଉଡ୍ସରେ ଗୋଟେ କନଫରେନ୍ସ ହେଇଥିଲା. In that conference 1944, from 1st July 1944 to 22nd July 1944, that is also known as Bretton Woods Conference. In that conference, World Bank and IMF was born. It started from that International Monetary Fund and International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, that is known as World Bank, mainly focusing on the underdeveloped country for their growth and development for the economy and countries one growth and development. We also studied to IMF is helping the countries who has balance of payment BOP, negative BOP. Negative BOP ମାନେ କହିଥିଲି ତମେ ଦେବାଳିଆ ହେଇଯାଉଛନ୍ତି କମ୍ପାନୀ ମାନେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ମାନେ ଦେବାଳିଆ ହେଇଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେତିକି ଆୟ ତାଠୁ ଅଧିକ ବ୍ୟୟ ହେଇଯାଉଛି. That is known as balance of payment. ସେଭଳିଆ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିକୁ କେମିତି ଋଣ ଦିଆହବ, କେମିତି ତାଙ୍କର ଇକୋନୋମି ଡେଭଲପ କରାଯିବ, କେମିତି ଏକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ ବଢିବ, କୋଟା ଏକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ କେମିତି ବଢିବ, ସେସବୁ ଜିନିଷ taking care of IMF and World Bank. We also studied the structure of IMF, Board of Governor, Ministerial Committee, Executive Board, and Managing Director. There are 4 levels of IMF. All these 4 structures mentioned. It's another concept today. We'll read that. This concept on United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. UNCTAD, UNCTAD. UNC, the full form one is the United Nations Conference, UNC. United Nations Conference, UNC, on Trade and Development. Trade and Development. Trade ମାନେ କ'ଣ? ବେପାର ବାଣିଜ୍ୟ ଯେଉଁ ଇଏ ହେଉଛି, ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ତମର ବିକାଶ ମାନେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିକୁ କେମିତି ଡେଭଲପ କରାଯିବ, କେମିତି ଟ୍ରେଡ୍ ସିମ୍ପଲିଫାଏ କରାଯିବ, ସେସବୁ ବିଷୟରେ ଗୁଡ଼ାଏ ରୁଲ୍ସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ରେଗୁଲେସନ ଅଛି. And this organization is coordinating and regulating everything under countries, under trade and development of between countries and between nations. UNC and on TAD. UNC TAD on UNCTAD. United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Full form ଟା ଜାଣିଲ United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. କେବେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଥିଲା? This was established in 1964. Objective type question ଆସିବ. 1964 ରେ establish ହେଇଥିଲା. UNCTAD was established on 1964. UNCTD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. UNCTAD. How it was established? It was established by United Nations General Assembly. ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ द्वारा ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ 1964 how many companies are there, how many member countries are there? 195 member countries. What is the monarch objective aspirant, multiple choice aspirant? 195 member countries joined the first time. This is part of the international institution, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. It is helping the development activities between countries, between nations, between two countries, whenever export import happening between two countries. So whoever are the member, 195 countries are the member of UNCTAD. So this institution is composed of 195 members state. And where is the headquarters? Headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Geneva is a place in Switzerland. So there they have headquarters. Full form is one thing, UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Then how it is established? It was established by United Nations General Assembly on 1964. This you remember, United Nations General Assembly UNGA on 1964. And total member countries 165 members, and its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. What is the objective of this? The main objective is trade and development. United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. The main objective is to develop the economy, develop the country which are underdeveloped, which are planning to develop, and regulate the entire trade between two countries. Trade tariff, trade tax कितने दियाबो, कितने दियाबो, अगर कुट्टा कितने export importer कुट्टा कितने. Everything is regulated by this organization. So that is the main objective and aim of this organization. The primary objective of 100 is to formulate policies related to all aspects of the development, including trade, aid, transport, finance, and technology. Anything related to any policies related to trading, transportation, their finance, tools and technology, whatever they used, ଯାହା policy ଅଛି, ଯାହା rules regulation ଅଛି, ସବୁଗୁଡାକୁ ଲେଖୁଛି, maintain କରୁଛି, regulate କରୁଛି this institution. And that is the main objective of this institution. It was created in the response to concern among developing countries that existing internal institutions like GATT, now replaced by the World Trade Organization. GATT, GATT is a institution regarding the trade and tariff, which is replaced by the World Bank nowadays. Now replaced by the World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization, WTO, which is regulating the entire trade practice and wrong trade practice. Suppose someone is doing bad. For example, suppose you are getting product from different country, from a neighboring country, which are already available in your market, in your local product. So your local customer, local market is damaging. So it is a unfair activity. So if someone is China is exporting gold and we are importing Chinese product to our country, whereas our product is not sold, our artisans, our industries are not promoted. So that is the unfair practice. So this kind of regulation is maintained and regulated by World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization ସବୁ ରେଗୁଲେଟ୍ କରୁଛି ତମର ଯେତେ ଟ୍ରେଡ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ତାରିଫ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ୍ ଅଛି ଯେତେ ଟ୍ୟାକ୍ସ ହଉଛି. So these are the international organization, World Trade Organization, no? International Monetary Fund, World Bank, UNCTAD provide forum where developing nations could discuss the address and problem relating to their economic development. Any countries, if they are down with their economic, they're backward with their financial status, and they're still struggling with the development. So this organization, these institutions are coming forward to help them and how they improve their status, how they grow, how they increase their economy. So that is the main objective of this organization. We studied there are 4 5 institutions: World Bank, International Monetary Fund, GATT. GATT is now not there; is replaced by World Trade Organization (WTO) and also UNCTAD. So these are the international organizations helping the underdeveloped countries or developing countries, providing the loan, providing the assistance, providing different help, how they improve their economy, how they improve their living standard of the nations. Regional associations. Another topic is there. Regional association centers are, in a sense, international organizations are as the inappropriate international membership and encompass geographical interests that operationally transcend a single nation state. However, their membership and characteristics by boundaries and demo- demarcation characteristics to a defined and unique geography such as continent or geographic such as economic blocks. There are some regional association. There are some organization who is also helping. Geographically, they are located in different continent, different countries. They are different centers. They are different organizations are helping the countries who are underdeveloped primarily or looking the growth. They have been established to foster cooperation and political economic integration or dialogue among states or entities within the restrictive geographical geopolitical boundaries. So these regional associations are established under cooperation or economic integration. They both reflect common patterns of development and history that have been fostered since the end of the World War. ଯେତେବେଳେ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ୱାରରେ ଆମର ସରିଗଲା ତେବେ ସବୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ଗୁଡା ବ୍ୟାକୱାର୍ଡ ହେଇଗଲେ, ସବୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରିର ଅଭାବ ଅଛି, ମାନେ ସବୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ଗୁଡା ତାଙ୍କର ଇକୋନୋମି ଡାଉନ ହେଇଗଲା, ଲିଭିଂ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡ ଡାଉନ ହେଇଗଲା, କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ମାନେ ସବୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଅବସ୍ଥା ଖରାପ ହେଇଗଲା because of war. So to revive them, these things came into picture, all these things. Most of these regional associations tend to work alongside well-established multilateral organizations such as the United Nations. United Nations ସହିତ ଯୋଡ଼ି ହେଇକି ଅନେକ ଏଭଳିଆ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ ଅଛି ଯେଉଁମାନେ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି. Well, in many instances, a regional organization is simply referred to as an international organization. In many others, it makes sense to use the term regional organization to stress the more limited scope of a particular membership. Even they are known as regional association, regional center, they are closely associated with World Bank, national international organization like World Bank, International Monetary Fund. They're helping the countries which are affected by wars or any economic crisis or anything they are affected. The regional association and centers are closely associated with the international bodies like World Bank and your international organization like International Monetary Fund, UNCTAD. We read main thing is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD. I'll give you a note on this. This will be one page. You remember some key point. What is the full form of UNCTAD or when it was established? Who was established and how many members are there in that association and where is the headquarter? So these keywords remember. So questions will come. The subjective questions will come. Small question, objective type questions you can write, or subjective type question you can put all together in one page. The primary objective of one grant is to, what is the objective? The main objective is to develop the country, to grow the country, grow the nations. Before that, we studied IMF and World Bank, and this IMF and World Bank is actually outcome of a Bretton Woods conference that you can write. 41 nations joined in that Bretton Woods conference, which was organized in the US, New Hampshire, and that is also known as Bretton Woods Conference. IMF and World Bank was the outcome of that. IMF, there are 190 members. Yesterday we discussed, and it was working on the BOP, negative BOP, balance of payment. And it was established on July 1944. The same thing, July 1944, World Bank and IMF. IMF headquarters is Washington, D.C. in America. These are the main international bodies, international organization helping the countries, helping the underdeveloped countries. You can remember, I will provide the notes today. Tomorrow we have the last class. Maybe we can recap whatever we discussed. With that, this paper will close. Then we can start one new paper. Thank God. Today I will send the notes.